You're going to have to let go at some point, because the same thing that saved your life, if you hang on, it'll kill you.
When you say that you love yourself, you have behavior towards yourself is loving. It's like you say to yourself, hey man, look, I know you want to eat that pizza and it'll be really good, but I can't let you eat that, man, because if you eat that pizza, you're going to feel like shit, and I love you too much to let you eat that. And I think the word discipline has kind of gotten a bad name. We think about it in terms of punishment. I'm not talking about discipline in that way. I'm talking about discipline in the sense that you forego immediate pleasure for the exchange of long-term self-respect. Self-discipline is self-love. If you want to be happy, you have to love yourself, which means you have to discipline your behavior. The road to sustained happiness is through disciplining your behavior.
I hate being scared to do something. I hate that feeling of the feeling that I had before I had a meeting with Quincy Jones, because it was really Quincy Jones and a guy named Benny Medina. And I hated being scared, that I didn't want to even take the meeting. Mm-hmm. There were opportunities during when my first year as a rapper. Bill Cosby and the people on the Cosby Show had seen my music video and called me to come and try out for the Cosby Show. And just every time it was set up, for some reason, I couldn't make it. The fear, I just hated that being scared to do something. And I think what developed in my early days was the attitude that I started attacking things that I was scared of.
You cannot make a person happy. And I thought that was a real deep idea. You can make a person smile, you can make a person feel good, you can make a person laugh, but whether or not a person is happy is deeply and totally and utterly out of your control. I remember the day I retired. I literally said to Jada, that's it, I retire. I retire from trying to make you happy. I need you to go make yourself happy and just prove to me that it's even possible. We started talking about, we came into this false romantic concept, somehow when we got married that we would become one. And what we realized is that we were two completely separate people on two completely separate individual journeys, and that we were choosing to walk our separate journeys together. But her happiness was her responsibility, and my happiness was my responsibility. So me and Jada was reflecting about love, and I asked her, I said, what did she think was, one of the biggest revelations that she had had about love? She said that you cannot make a person happy. And I thought that was a real deep idea. You can make a person smile, you can make a person feel good, you can make a person laugh, but whether or not a person is happy is deeply and totally and utterly out of your control. I remember the day I retired. I literally said to Jada, that's it, I retire. I retire from trying to make you happy. I need you to go make yourself happy and just prove to me that it's even possible. And after we cracked the hell up, we started talking about, we came into this false romantic concept that somehow when we got married that we would become one. And what we realized is that we were two completely separate people on two completely separate individual journeys, and that we were choosing to walk our separate journeys together. But her happiness was her responsibility, and my happiness was my responsibility. And seek those who fan your flames. The Philly translation of that is, don't be hanging with no jank-ass jokers that don't help you shine. The prerequisite for spending time with any person is that they nourish and inspire you. They feed your flame. Look at your last 5 text messages. Are those people feeding your flames or dousing your fire? Put your phone down for just a second and look around. Look to the people around you. Are those people throwing logs on your fire, or are they pissing on it? The people that you spend time with are gonna make or break your dreams. Everybody don't deserve to be around you. You gotta defend your light with your life. So who are the people in your life that are fanning your flames? Shout them out, tag them below. And we decided that we were going to find our individual, internal, private, separate joy. And then we were going to present ourselves to the relationship and to each other already happy, not coming to each other begging with our empty cups out, demanding that she fill my cup and demanding that she meet my needs. Unfair, and it's kind of unrealistic and can be destructive to place the responsibility for your happiness on anybody other than yourself.
Nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life. Nobody knows what you are. Like even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot. It's like, as much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not going to be like that all the time. You got to do it alone. And people will help you, and when you get the ball rolling, people will jump on. But if you don't believe, nobody else is going to believe. People come along because your belief is so insane. Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it. And it's like because they don't think you can do nothing they can't do. It's a lonely, scary, dangerous pursuit, and you got to be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe. Fearless, you got to be relentless.
People with beautiful stories, and there's an idea that in this world that people suffer and you suffer in vain. And for me, the films like The Pursuit of Happiness and also meeting these people, the idea that suffering can have a happy ending, that there is a purpose, there's a reason, there is something to hope for. For me, it's why I enjoy working with the Prince's Trust, that idea of hope and that idea of people actually taking control of their situations, taking control of their lives. Chris Gardner, he owns one of the biggest black-owned stock brokerage firms in America, and 25 years ago, he was homeless. And the film shows his deterioration to homelessness and then his rise to, his little piece of the American dream.
Looking at things first and foremost from the comedic perspective. Like, that's where I go first, is why is something funny? No matter what happens, no matter how dark it is, no matter how painful it is, my natural first click is, why is that funny? And it's been extremely helpful for me to train my mind into what's funny about a situation. Even the more dark it is, the more funny it can be to me. So I think comedy is a big part of finding joy.